Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. Is your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief, APGAINS here, joined by someone who has chosen a very poor hill to die upon. What is that hill that you chose to die upon, my friend? A certain rework?
No, he will get reworked. Mace Windu will get reworked.
It's done. That was too early in the video. We're getting demonetized, baby, which means we can have some fun now. RamBam.
Exactly.
Is RamBam short for anything? Is it like Rambunctious Bamboozler or something?
No, it's literally just RamBam.
I'm gonna call you Rambunctious Bamboozler now.
Oh my god, this guy. You are probably one of the biggest trolls I've ever had the dishonor of creating a video with.
You know, here in the 69th precinct, we're the lowest and most underfunded, undergeared precinct in all the Coruscant Underworld. But people don't know that every precinct and level above us is just bridges. So I live under 68 bridges, making me, by definition, the biggest troll to ever exist. It's just how it works.
Huge troll.
Huge troll. Conquest. Not the normal stuff.
Conquest.
People are complaining about Conquest. But we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about some rewards, some pros, some cons, some differences, because in discussing what we were going to talk about today, I noticed that our event feats are a little bit different, my friend. If we hop into my game right here, uh-oh, that was the wrong button. I have 5 event feats. You have 7. I am a pro streamer. And my events are basically halved of what that makes sense, but you have a couple of extra. So besides, debuffs, offense, defeat, light side, dark side, what else do you have in there?
So the notable ones that so obviously you're doing normal Conquest and I'm doing challenge tier Conquest.
Oh, it's challenge
hard
tier.
mode.
Yeah, it's so hard.
It is actually. It's not hard. It's just
tedious. It's tedious mode Conquest.
Yeah. So the two differences that I noticed was obviously with I have to do 20 battles with Darth Maul and SWGOH Press, which for me, I have C, so I'm just going to use C with that.
I don't even have either of those characters.
That is not a good feat, not a fun feat. It's a waste of energy, really.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. And then,
that's a lot of what you guys have to do, isn't it? It's wasted energy. My mid bosses don't even have feats. I just get three little burritos per mid. Let me pull it up so they can see, because I feel like a lot of people watching are going to be in the same situation. But a lot of people who are coming in here who maybe do hard node, if I click, there's no feats. It's just three little burritos. You have to do light side, dark side, underside. That's 3 separate battles.
I have to go in and do 3 separate battles because I have to do full light side, full dark side, and undersize
every single time.
Mid-tier boss, and that is 5 times. It's what 15 different battles that I have to do every sector, or for the entire thing.
Are your battles? This is something I got you to the bottom too. Are your battles 20 energy?
Yeah.
Oh, mine are 15.
Oh my god.
I didn't even realize that. You guys are getting screwed. You guys are getting royally screwed. Well, we're getting screwed on rewards, which we'll talk about later, but that does not sound fun, my friend.
No, it's really not. It's the problem is I'm at a 7.9 mil account. I have all 5 GLs. I won't have Lord Vader, obviously, but I will easily get the red crate. The problem is as long as I have the time to get the red crate.
Yeah, because I
can't get it. It's just I have a life. I have a family. I have a job outside of streaming, and so.
Really, I thought you were a professional streamer. Doesn't professional mean this is your primary source of?
May have lied about that one there a little bit. No,
just a little bit.
But yeah, it's very time consuming having to a lot of these battles. For instance, I don't know how yours are, but like the sector feats, I have to go in with bounty hunters 14 times and win.
Jesus.
14. That's 280 energy at my level.
I have to attack out of turn 50 times. I can do that in like one event.
Yep. Nope. Not mine. So I have to do that. Basically what I'm finding is that this is a crystal sink.
Yeah.
I'm basically having to refresh the 50 crystals. It's 50 crystals to get 120 energy. I have to do that 3 times essentially to be able to max out my crate. You could probably do it with less, but I mean where I'm at with the time sink and wanting to kind of mess around and test some things and see if these cards work with these characters and what I pretty much have to refresh, and it's painful, man.
And
It's
that's
very
where they
painful.
get you on like literal money because you have a
Hmm.
certain amount of income from first in fleet, first in squad
Right.
arena. So you have a certain amount of
900.
income, but you're doing refreshes for mods, you're doing refreshes for energy, for gear, or for maybe a marquee comes
Yep.
out, or you're doing cantina refreshes for relic mats, and now you got to add on top of that like a ridiculous amount of refreshes for conquest, and eventually you kind of get over that point where you're actually losing crystals every day instead of slowly gaining them up. So you can't
Yep.
spend that on gear. You can't spend, and it's literally just slowly depleting you to the point where like, hey, that $20 2,800 crystal pack's looking mighty nice right there.
Hmm. How many burritos do you need to get to the red box on normal?
I need 13 more burritos to get to gold, which is where I will be stopping. Let me open this up so people can see. I'm at 347. I need 425 for red, but red's not that much juicier. It's literally not worth the time. Like if I could
For
just
normal,
magic
no.
for normal, absolutely not.
Yeah.
For hard, absolutely, which is why they're
Yeah.
really getting people, because that's the demographic of people who are more likely to spend because they're
Hmm.
already invested in all of this stuff, and it would disproportionately affect you if you didn't have Maul day one than it would if I
Hmm.
got 5 less Maul shards and 5 less cat shards, because to me it doesn't matter at all. If I get
Right.
25 Maul shards or 20 Maul shards, it's all the same because I'm not going to have them. But
Right.
I think the big thing here is they're like targeting the more vulnerable demographic of spenders. And I don't want to be the guy who like, hey, my conquest isn't that bad. This is a great thing, but you guys are kind of getting shafted right now, you think?
Oh, dude, yeah. There's people all over now. There's people all over that want these changes to be lessened. I guess it would be a good word.
Mhm.
I'm in the camp of I don't mind the changes because I understand of where this game mode is and where they expect you to be able to enjoy this game mode at full extent and get the red box, right?
Mhm.
That's a 6.5 mil GP account or higher, three or more GLs. It's so I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, I want them to reduce not the amount of feats, but make it to where I don't have to go in it so many times, right?
Yeah.
Going in each mid-tier sector boss 3 different times at minimum because you cannot do it, physically impossible to do those feats all in one. You have to
Yeah.
go in 3 separate times. That is a complete waste of energy. They could remove all that, or at least
That does seem like the most egregious change.
right.
Like Phoenix is like
Some of these
sure, all that other stuff is like sure, but that just seems kind of indefensible right there.
well, the Phoenix, the Bad Batch, the Smugglers, that's actually not all that hard when you think about it because, again, at this level, you have GLs. And so
Mhm.
the Phoenix one for me was super easy because I have JML. And so I just took in Kanan and Ezra and used JML's special ability and instantly got kills with Kanan and Ezra at Gear 12. So that was really easy for me. But that's also, again, like a 7.9 mil account.
Yeah, you got the
Um,
Galactic Legends and all that
it,
stuff.
exactly. It's gonna be a lot harder for the people under. Um, Going in with like 14 different 14 battles with bounty hunters, 14 battles with geos and winning,
You have to
especially on like
use
sector 5.
geos.
I have to use geos now. Mine are semi relics. I'm missing 2 relics on them, but again, that's still on sector 5,
Oh,
which is
that's
all relic
impossible.
8s.
Yeah,
That's
no way.
it, it's insanely difficult. I've done one. I managed to do one against bounty hunters, but that is just a massive waste of time and energy realistically. So it's essentially it's forcing people to spend, and that's I understand that this game is not a free to play game.
No, it's not.
Everybody needs to understand that. Don't get upset at the developers being like, oh, they're just trying to get the money out of people. Well, that's EA.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is. Um Overall though, I mean, I like some of the changes they do. It's just I feel like they said, you know what, we want to make it harder, let's go this hard.
Yeah.
Instead of like this hard.
Yeah.
So they just went above and beyond to make it difficult, and I think they could tone that down just a tad, not in the difficulty but in the amount of time it takes to do
Yeah.
something. Because this is definitely going to take the full 2 weeks.
That's for sure. Let's end this on a good note. We're getting back-to-back Conquest because we got a month and a half off, and then maybe accelerated times in between Conquests. So do you think they were just testing the waters a little bit? Kind of like how the first Conquest, there wasn't even a hard mode. And they came in just to see it. Maybe, do you think they're testing like what we will and won't tolerate in terms of energy expenditure and feats and stuff like that? And then the one that comes immediately following this will be slightly better? Or are you just like, is it going to get worse and worse and worse?
I don't think it's going to get worse. I think, and just again, because I talk with people all over the community, I talk content creators, I talk with, regular folks. Nobody really has, unless you're the top whales in like Shadowlands and whatnot. Nobody really enjoys the time sink amount of this. Nobody's complaining at my level about the requirements in the hard mode. They're just they're worried about the time sink. And so the content creators specifically, I know, have reached out to CG and been like, hey, we understand you're testing this. Let's try to see if we can tone it down again. And so they're hoping that feedback, obviously nothing's been confirmed from CG saying, yes, we understand, we're going to tone it down. And, whether that's likely to happen or not, who really knows?
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful that they do exactly like what they did with the first Conquest. They're like, okay, well, we understand that just a testing phase, tone it back down a little bit.
You're going to be like one of those guys who are paying people to do it for them? That was funny.
I do all mine.
That's what Loki said. He's like, yeah, I just paid someone $100 and they just did it for me. I'm like, oh, you're living the dream, man.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
I mean, if I had the money to throw away at that, sure, why not? What I am hopeful for, and this, because my baby account falls in this category. CG did say a while back that they were looking into creating, whether or not they are actually going to do it, who knows? But they did say that they were looking into creating an easy mode.
I know.
So you have normal,
they've been asking since day one, man. Oh, that would be so great.
That would be amazing to have for the true free-to players, because this hard
rough.
mode is not for the free-to-play people. I'm telling you right now.
And that would be great, because at that level, the rewards don't really matter, because they're gonna be awful. So at that point, it's just you're giving players some fun because they get to interact. Because at that low level, you don't really get to interact with the game all that much. If you're not level 85, you can't do GAC.
Yeah,
can't do all this fun stuff. It'd just be like a bone they could throw that wouldn't really take away from the game, because that's not the demographic of people who are going to spend money anyway.
Nope.
So it would alleviate a lot of disgruntled people about Conquest, and it would be basically free. I mean, they have the infrastructure for it already, so that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, man. We have surpassed the 8-minute and 1 second mark, which means a YouTube video is completely created. I'm going to link all of your stuff down in the description. If you guys have made it this far, obviously we're going to go harass RamBam. Of course, you came on one of my streams like last night or the night before, and I got everyone to say RamBam sucks. The sentiment's still there. You're an awful person. The only redeeming factor is that you're cute, but, whatever. Any parting words for the 69th Precinct?
Make Mace great again? No, thank you for having me on. It's always a fun watching your weird trolly streams.
What are you saying? My streams are very serious.
Sure. I will never forget one of the first things I saw you do was taking you posted a video about how Mace was this god character or something like that. And it turned out to be Lego Star Wars. And I was like, okay, this is who I'm dealing with.
Only the best for you, my friend, and only the sharpest of minds work over here at the 69th Precinct. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you later.